We are a few minutes behind, so we're going to get started on this session today. But welcome everyone to SheCanCode's Power Hour with Redgate today. We're going to be focusing on the incredible work being done by women in tech and the partnerships that are driving positive change in our industry. So at SheCanCode, our mission is to tackle the tech gender gap by creating more equitable opportunities for women in the field. So we firmly believe that closing this gap is not just a matter of fairness, it is essential for building a more innovative and diverse workforce, which ultimately benefits society as a whole. This mission is why we are so proud to partner with organisations like Redgate, who share this vision and actively work to make it a reality. So today we're going to explore a little bit about why Redgate's partnership with SheCanCode is so significant, not only for the company, but for the women in tech who work there and for the tech industry as a whole. So this collaboration, it's more than just supporting women. It's about creating meaningful opportunities that have a lasting impact. Redgate's collaboration with SheCanCode allows us to drive initiatives that truly make a difference. Through programs like mentorship, we create opportunities to give back to our community, the tech community as a whole, providing support and guidance for the next generation of women entering the workforce. This partnership also helps enhance essential soft skills and foster professional networks, ensuring that women in tech can not only build successful careers, but also grow into leadership roles. And this matters because when women succeed, the entire workforce thrives. And together, Redgate and SheCanCode, we are working towards building a more inclusive, dynamic and resilient tech community, and one that better reflects the diversity of the world around us. So we're going to take a closer look at what that means to be part of this mission, how each of us can make a difference, and how Redgate's commitment to this partnership is helping to drive positive change. So SheCanCode, we have been around for about 8 years. We were launched by two guys who are not the princes, called Will and Harry. It's a surprise sometimes to people that we were launched by two guys, but they ran and still run a recruitment business, and they noticed that their clients were asking for women in tech, and hence SheCanCode was born. We are not connected to the recruitment company, and we have our own mission and are very separate from them, but that's how the idea came about. A lot of their clients were asking, where are all the women in tech, and that there was a definite need to close that tech gender gap. More recently, in March, we launched a community portal to capture the ladies that are coming through our website, because we were started as a blog to share advice and stories on that blog with our tech community. Since March, we've been capturing those ladies and putting them into a community portal, which I will show you a little bit in a second. And we now have almost 3,500 ladies in there already. So we are able to bring those ladies in and let them connect and share advice and tips, and to actually interact with each other and build their own network. A little bit about us. Obviously, we are a social enterprise. We are a collaborative community. We very much make a point of telling people we are collaborative. We couldn't do it without our ladies, and we couldn't do it without our corporate ambassadors, such as Redgate, who keep our community free for our members and allow people to connect and collaborate to help each other. Once you join our community as a free member, you find a supportive network, opportunities, jobs, guidance to excel in your career. This is our wonderful team at SheCanCode on the left, who are always up for a new challenge and just have so much energy, and recently have done such a fab job at events and expos. Yeah, they're always just a pleasure to work with and be part of our mission. Community benefits. So for members, so for women in tech that join, and for Redgate's Women in Tech, you will find it's now 3,500 ladies. We grow that fast, so we haven't been able to update this slide, and we will keep keep growing our community. You find opportunities to connect and chat directly, and obviously share thoughts and ideas through that platform as well. We were very proud recently to launch our app. Most of our ladies connect via the mobile app, so you can now download it on Google Play and the Apple Store as well. Within that community, you will find exclusive benefits and discounts just for our members. So we have a series of community webinars. SheCanCode hosts its own webinars. We've had some amazing ladies from Redgate join those panels in the past, and we hold those every other month, but we also hold a selection of community webinars, which are from community career coaches and consultants that want to help our women in tech. And they are not hosted by us, but we have lots of people approach us that would love to share their expertise with our community. And we also have a selection of webinars that are also designed for our corporate ambassadors as well. For instance, Ruth over here on the left, she is doing a webinar in November for our corporate ambassadors, and it is to help you with your own diversity strategy as well, and how you can keep women from in mid-career from dropping out. It was something that our corporate ambassadors asked us about, and a question that Ruth managed to answer, and she is a very well-known career coach and a consultant, so she's doing a webinar on that to help our corporate ambassadors as well. Also within the community, we have a lot of exclusive offers on hand as well. So we are approached by boot camps to offer our ladies exclusive offers, such as this boot camp, which is a Python boot camp, and they partnered with us to ensure that our ladies can have access to this, can try it for free. It's actually a paid for subscription, but our ladies get it for free. So as a woman in tech, you can access this and try it. The nice thing within our community is that when we receive offers like this, the ladies try it and then they tell us what they think of it on the feed, and then share with other ladies why you should take it, why you shouldn't take it, and then they post their certificates at the end as well when they've completed it. So it's nice to know that other people are taking part in these boot camps. And most of the ladies on there were saying, absolutely love this particular one. Thank you so much for the upgrade. And it is something free to try in case you don't like it and you haven't spent out lots of money on something to realize actually Python isn't for you. So we have quite a few of these often come in, and we drop them in the community for our ladies, so women in tech can take advantage of those. Also within our community, I wanted to show you this map on here. There is a connect area where you can see all of our members, and we are a global community, so you can see all of the members pop up on the map, where they are in the world, where they're located. Obviously the ones in England, if you would like to connect with them personally and meet up with them, grow your own network. And you can click on their profiles, see who they are, where they work, the type of skills that they work in. So if you'd like to connect with people personally and grow your own network, you can do. There is also a direct messaging service, so you can reach out to them as well. We get very excited at SheCanCode when we see different people turn up in different countries, and for instance, recently we had one turn up in Hawaii, and we were super excited that we had one lady turn up in Hawaii. Other things that we do at SheCanCode and benefits for Redgate's Women in Tech, we hold power hacks. So these are our hackathons. They are free to attend. We also encourage tech mentors to come along. So if Redgate ever wanted to help in that area, for ladies that are more senior in tech, want to come along and have a volunteering opportunity to help some of our attendees, that is also welcomed as well. Our attendees are usually around the theme of tech for good, and they're coders at all levels. Hence, we ask for ladies that want to come along, give back and volunteer and help these teams. Most of these ladies you see in these pictures, they are new to coding, or they've tried some boot camps. They wanted an opportunity to come along, work with complete strangers on a project and compete against each other for the day. It's highly competitive, and we put them in teams, and then they don't talk amongst teams. They talk amongst themselves, but not against teams, because it is competitive. There are prizes, but everybody gets involved. And then at the end of the day, there are presentations, which is also something we encourage, because you're there to meet complete strangers, work on a project, but also we'd love you to be able to articulate what you've been doing for the day and have that 30 seconds where a mic is forced upon you and you have to say something. And sometimes that's a little baptism of fire for people, but a good introduction of what might actually happen in the workplace when you do get to a point where you have to present. So that's a nice little, everybody's rooting for them at the hackathon to do well and to share their project. And then obviously there are prizes. You can see our ladies at the top, one of our winners. The themes for the day tend to be, as I said, around tech for good. So we did one last year around women's safety, and the apps and the websites that were built for the day were things like tracking your route home, that it would ping your friends if you didn't reach a certain spot at a certain time. And it was everything to help ladies walk home late at night. And we help with ideation. The tech mentors who are there on hand, who are a little bit more experienced, they help with ideation, and then they help with actual coding and helping the ladies put something together. We do say at the start of the day that you are not here to build the next Facebook, and for nobody to worry that they have to be highly experienced or know what they're doing. We actually get a lot of ladies who just wanted to come along and try something new, without the pressure of thinking they have to be technical or they have to know all of the language. And a lot of our ladies work in tech but are not technical and want to come along to learn how to communicate with other people in their teams. So they wanted to hear about the type of vocabulary that's used to get used to how their technical teams work. And those ladies in particular, they worked on artwork and marketing for the day. They didn't actually code. They did learn a little bit of code, but they still came along and were very much part of their team, and came up with some brilliant projects. And we never know what people are going to build. It's all very off the cuff on the day. We don't know what they're going to build and what they're going to come up with, and they always surprise us. So there is that opportunity there for you to attend the hackathons, or to volunteer at the hackathons as well if you would like to give back in some way. One other thing we launched recently within our community, which we had to bring forward because we were so excited about it and people kept asking us about it, was our mentoring program, which is called Power Upwards. Within the community, it's kind of a matchmaking service. So we have all of those ladies in there that would love to find a mentor or be a mentee. So you can now apply to be a mentor or a mentee within our program. And once you're in the community, you just find it on the nav bar, mentoring program, Power Upwards. And then you can either give back if you are more of a senior woman in tech and you would love to find somebody to help, or you can find a mentor yourself. And the reason why this was created was lots of ladies in our community would love to help in some way, but are slightly nervous about being a mentor and how to do it, what's expected, time that you're meant to, how much time to commit, and what if it doesn't work out. So this was launched to take away some of that nervousness. We have provided some guidance as to how to use the program if you do match with somebody, and we see matches every day coming through. How to use that time. It's 8 weeks, so we suggest 8 weeks, and then we give you some guidance as to what to talk about through those 8 weeks and how to use that time. If you would love to stay connected at that point, that is absolutely brilliant. But if you don't, it's also fine to part ways. And there is a way that you can just terminate your relationship with a quick email to say, hey, thank you so much, this has been great. And then you can terminate the partnership, and you can either find a new match, or you can have a break if you're having a busy period at work. It's not as if you have to be involved with somebody for months and months, but it is a good opportunity to be able to find a match, to give back for a few weeks. And that tends to be 1 hour meeting at a time. And then we've had quite a few ladies who we can see them communicating and saying, you know, that they're getting so much out of that connection. And then we've had some people off the bat say, actually, I don't think this was a good connection because our skills don't match in this way, and they've quickly parted ways and both found a match that does work for the next 8 weeks. So that this program was created to enable that. You can come in and it asks you a series of questions to be a mentor about your career level and your skills, and then you are there as a mentor in the database and people will connect with you, and you can accept or reject obviously their requests. Obviously with Redgate, we would absolutely enjoy this part of our contract. We do lots of incredible content with your ladies. Here is some of the content that we did more recently, and we know we have some pieces that are due to go out this week as well. But the content part of working with SheCanCode is designed to give your ladies a platform to come forward and tell their stories. And also, a lot of the ladies that work in tech, we have noticed they don't realise they have brilliant stories. So at that point, it's just connecting with myself, and then I work with that lady to bring out her story, to let her know that she has a brilliant story, and how we can tell that story. So there are a few ways that we do that. Some of them on here. We do videos, blogs and podcasts, and we also do live webinars. Becca is amazing, and she's been on 2 pieces of content with us already, and she was on the live webinar. So there are speaker opportunities for women in tech at Redgate as well, by being a corporate ambassador with us. And we try and keep different formats to be able to tell your story, because some people are very comfortable with a live event and others are not, and they would rather do a pre-recorded podcast, or they would rather go away and answer some questions for a blog, for instance. So we try and offer as many formats as possible to make it as comfortable as possible for that volunteer, because one, normally they don't know they have a brilliant story to tell, and two, then they feel slightly uncomfortable in sharing that story. So we try and help that process as much as possible. So any questions at this point? Do you have any questions about the community, how to use the community, or being a SheCanCode corporate ambassador, and what it means for you? Oh, can hear some feedback, but no. Got anything in our chat? Oh, gosh, what's going on? Anyone know what's going on? No, that's fine. If anyone has questions, please drop them in the Q&A whilst we're on the line. This session is being recorded, so we can share it around as well. If any of you missed anything about how to use the community or how to get involved. As I mentioned, there is an app for the community that you can download, or you can head over to community.shecancode.io and sign up there. It will send you an email to activate, and all you have to do is click activate, and it will allow you in to fill out your profile and your details. The more details you put on that profile, the easier it is for you to connect with other ladies that do something similar or work in similar areas to you, to be able to help them or for them to support you. One brilliant way that the ladies get started is they join, and you will notice on the live feed that they introduce themselves, and they say, I am so-and-so, I work in this particular area. I would love to connect with other ladies that work in this area, or they ask about opportunities that are available or training opportunities as well. So they tend to drop questions in there. So if you do have any questions that you want to ask our community, you are most welcome to drop them in there, and the ladies will get involved. So on that note, coming to the end of today's session, I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you, and to thank Redgate. explored, this partnership with SheCanCode and Redgate, and how together we're driving meaningful change, and events like this and partnerships with Redgate that remind us why this mission matters, and that we're not just enriching your careers, but shaping the future of the industry as well. So thank you so much for that, and I hope that you've all been inspired by our community, how you might be able to help others continue to break down barriers, and also find some support yourselves. So thank you so much for your time, your insights today, and we really look forward to continuing working with Redgate, and we've absolutely loved working on some content with you so far. So we look forward to creating a brighter future for women in tech, and thank you so much.